Guys, as I mentioned that in the DVD, we are fishing with the Signature Series products on this DVD, and going forward that's what we're going to use. It's never going to change again, because Signature Series is my product and that's a product that we use. Kingfisher helps us with the distribution, and I'm very excited about a couple of new things that we're bringing into the Signature Series. That's a LL Signature Series. LL stands for Loutjie Levies. On my left hand here is a new product called a floater. So what is a floater? A floater is simply, it's related to the bullet. I would say the floating nephew of a bullet, so to speak. It's more or less the same consistency, but with the difference, it floats and it's smaller. It's about the size of a competition float. So what's really nice about the floaters, you can just take them out the bottle like that, and you can just hook them onto the hook and just use it as a hook bait. The other thing that you can do is you can put it behind a millipip, behind a worm. You can put it on the back end of a little piece of white dough, or even fish it behind a floaty. That's even going to pick it up more off the bottom. Really nice. We've got a couple of different flavors in them. This is the G-Fox one. Then we have a Raptor one. That's that potent banana one. Obviously a garlic floater as well. Nesquik, one for the girls. Check the color, nice and pink. And then we have a almond one, very sweet. You don't need to make a sweet almond dough anymore. You can use the almond floater. And then a chocolate one. Just one little thing about the floater. The floater is actually moldable. And what I mean by that, you can manipulate the floater just like a bullet behind your dough, behind a millipip. Use it as is. It's got the consistency of a dough, but it floats, but it's going to sit on your hook for a bit longer than a normal white dough. Something really nice that we're bringing into the range. They're going to be in shops one of these days. They're already available to the shops, so for the shops out there, make sure you get the floaters. It's going to change the face of fishing, of bank angling for sure. It's something that really works for me, and in DVDs to come you're going to see how we use it. We'll teach you everything how to use the floaters. The next product in our range is something that I had in my previous range, and unfortunately it fell away, but good faith has brought it back to me, and that is the bullets. Now the bullets, most of you are familiar with. The people that don't know what the bullet is actually a little round dough ball that is rolled on a boilie table, and this is something very unique. They are uniquely flavored and a very, very unique product. They don't go off. They stay fresh, just keep them closed. If they go a bit soft, just leave the lid open for overnight. They will harden up a bit, but an awesome piece of bait that you can use in basically any circumstances. Hook them just like they come out the bottle. This is a bottom bait. Let's just get one thing. This is not a floaty, so it's a bottom bait. You normally catch a bit bigger fish with them. You can use them in the space of a dough, so you don't need to fish a dough. There's a lot of people that tell me, listen, since we started using the bullets, we're not making dough anymore, we're not making backings anymore. I primarily use it as a backing. I will always fish dough, but I have done days of fishing just with the bullets, and they do work. They work tremendously on the back end of a float, back end of a worm, especially when you're fishing the Valdam. There's going to be a couple of different flavors. Over here we've got the Raptor, once again the nice strong banana one. Then we've got Kiana for the Valdam, especially the guys catching the bigger fish. One of the very popular ones is the Black Magic one, but it's not black, it's bright orange. And the ones that I haven't got here is obviously a garlic. Garlic is a big must. The custard one, that was really also very popular, and then a almond one. Awesome products, the same family as the floaters, and out of this family there is more to come. So in a short while, maybe on the next DVD, we're going to show you more about this, but we're going to teach you how to fish this. We're going to show you how we use it, and when you go to the dam again, we normally say don't try this at home, but with this we say go try this at home, because if it works for us, it will work for you. The next part of the new range that is going to be available to the shops is the dip part of it. So I'm really excited about this. Slowly but surely we are looking at the range as a whole, and it's unnecessary to have too many dips in the range. And what we've been doing, we've been discontinuing a couple of dips out of the range, the slow sellers, the ones that's not really selling fast and that's not producing the fish like we want them to produce, and we are replacing them with better versions of themselves. So on the point here, I've got the green card. Green card is a fluorescein almond flavor, very strong almond, very strong fluorescein. This catches fish everywhere. In this DVD we use it fishing Costa Dam. A good friend of mine, Divan Seeley, over the winter holidays in June, July, they fished Harties with it. They caught some awesome fish using this, just dipping a tiger nut into this. So it's not something just for the bank angling market, the papgooi market like we say. It is something that you can actually use on boilies. It's going to dry onto a boilie very nicely. You can use it for tiger nuts. I use it primarily as a dip that I put onto the ball, and then if I want the almond dough, I just take a little bit of this, mix it into the water that I'm making the dough with, and I'll make my almond dough out of that. Used to do it with the WW7. The WW7 was discontinued. That's why I'm using the green card now, and it's very sweet. You don't need to add sugar to the water if you make a dough with it. Next one on the line, Confucius. Now this is going to confuse a lot of people. It's a fruit flavor, mixed fruit flavor, red in a bottle, green in the water, potent on the fish. This stuff catches fish almost everywhere throughout the country. I gave out a lot of bottles for anglers to test it for me. I did not put a name on the bottle. I just asked them, just test it for me, just give me honest feedback. And out of about 20 people, I didn't have one negative comment. Everybody was elated with that. They had loads and loads of fish with it. You're going to recognize the flavor, but you're going to be confused, and therefore the name Confucius. Pompoen sauce is the next one. Very, very, very strong cinnamon, orange in color. Does not color your bait. I just made it that color. I just wanted something light orange, but this is also really, really potent. And you can basically fish that with anything in our range, especially the fruity flavors, but also your other spicy flavors like your garlics and stuff like that. The next one up is the Doringdraad. Doringdraad is my version of caramel and devilstrack mixture, and it is potent. I use a really, really strong devilstrack, not the Lennon's one that everybody else uses. So if you smell it, you're going to smell this is something different. It's an awesome thing. Light in color, it does give off a little bit of fluorescein. I've been thinking of making it a bit darker, so maybe we'll do that a bit later, but as it is now, it is something really potent. Bloemhof, Waaldam, Waalriver, everywhere where there's lots of small carp, it just works with all fruity flavors, and it is also something that I'd like to just smudge on the ball and put nothing else with it. And it's also good for a hook bait, especially on the difficult days. Just put your little white dough or a bullet into that and just throw it out. The fish do pick it out, and you also catch the bigger fish on the slower days using the Doringdraad. Next one in is something that I'm really excited about, jellyfish. Jellyfish is a really, really potent tropical fruit flavor. I can't really say a lot about it besides that I've had awesome results in testing it. Very similar to the Granadella twist. Granadella twist is is one of those things that unfortunately the flavor has become very, very expensive, and because of that we might be discontinuing it very soon. So if you are a Grenadella twist angler and you want to stock up, because I think within the next 6 months we're not going to make it anymore, but the jellyfish will definitely replace that. But a really good flavor, works almost everywhere. Make a dough out of that one, it really works well. Then this is something that nobody else in the bait fishing market has, or the dip fishing market. Gunther. Now Gunther is something that I could not get a name for this dip when I made it. A lot of people think I named it after somebody else, and they are actually right, I did name it after somebody else. It's unfortunately a sponsored anglet by another company. He mixes a couple of products, and I thought, listen, it's a good idea, I'm going to mix it up and just see how it works. It's not something that they sell, and I made it. This is totally my version, it's not his recipe. I just heard what more or less he's doing, and I said I'm going to give it a go. And wow, what I can say about Gunther, it's garlic, it's a garlic fruit menthol flavor. So it is something that really works with everything. On the fast days, on the slow days, if you're battling, just throw some Gunther. You can put it on the mealie bomb, you can put it on the hook bait itself. Man, you can even pour it on your reel. You're going to catch a fish when you use that. Use it in conjunction with something that's got some flora in it, either red or green, it doesn't really matter. But Gunther is one of those things that's going to win a lot of tournaments in days to come. Coming down to our new ball sprays or bait sprays. I mustn't say ball sprays because they're actually not related to freshwater fishing at all. I'm going to start with the dark red one here. This is a banana bait spray for saltwater fishing. Yes, you heard me right, for saltwater fishing. Now, I developed this especially for rockfish, fish like bronze bream, koolstert, your moonies, stuff like that, along the South African coast. So what you do with this when you go on holidays over December and you want to try and catch a couple of sea fish, get yourself a bottle of this. You just spray this on top of your baits. Works especially well when you're using prawns. It colors the bait a bright pink color, and it just stands out, and it does work. I tested it myself and I've had phenomenal results on it. Didn't catch loads of big fish, but I caught loads of fish, and I think in the hands of the right rock and surf oaks out there, this is going to catch a lot of fish. Something that is banned by organized angling, rock and surf. So if it's banned by them, it tells you it's definitely effective. So have a look at this when you go on holidays in December or even before that. Try it out, it definitely works. The next one, more for your kabeljou type of fish, is a strong aniseed. It works all over. Also something that was banned by competitive rock and surf fishing. This one you can use on chokka. When you beat your chokka with the bait hammer and you make it a bit softer, just spray some of that on, beat it into the meat of the chokka, and just before you cast out, just spray a bit on top of the chokka again. It really does work, especially at night time. Some of the feedback that I got from some of our pro anglers is that at night time it really works well. The last bait spray is a garlic, a bass bite. Let me just see if I got that name right. Yeah, it's bass bite garlic. So this is actually for bass fishing, so not for papgooi, although I think it will still work if you spray some of that on your mealie bomb. But what we do with this, I just open a packet of lures and I spray into that packet. I get some garlic on the lures and it really works well. All plastic lures. The garlic is mixed with two things, a natural oil and a synthetic oil. And the difference between this garlic and other garlics on the market, most of the other garlics on the market has a chemical base. So the chemical that they normally mix with the garlic softens up your plastic, and that allows the garlic to penetrate into the plastic, and it gives it a garlic smell. What this does, this is a natural base oil, and the synthetic oil doesn't do anything to your bait, doesn't make it softer, doesn't make it hard, but it's of such a nature that it penetrates into your bait, and the garlic is really strong and really potent. We've tested it, me and Carl, we do bass fishing, we fish the FLW tour, and we've had days on Rhodekoppies where we just finish a packet of lures within minutes, especially when we sprayed it with the garlic. And we are by no means anglers in the bass circuit that should be able to compete against anglers that have been fishing that circuit for years and years and years. And I can tell you, I even spray some of this on my spinner baits, and it does work. We've had phenomenal results. We've even won a tournament. We've came second a couple of times fishing in tournaments. So it is something that works for the bass guys out there. You would wonder what would this popgoer want to do in our market, but trust me guys, this one really is one for the books, and there's a couple of bass anglers out there that's already fishing with it. The bad thing about the bass anglers, of course, is that they're keeping everything secret, so they won't tell you about it, but that's why I'm here. I'll tell you about it. The last two products that's new into our range, this one is actually not new, is the feeding weights. And the reason why I'm putting on the DVD again is that there is a lot of shops out there that says that they want the feeding weights. Where can they get them? Just order them through Kingfisher. They help us with our distribution, and this is an awesome tool for all bank anglers out there. It helps you to get feed into the water really quickly, and on the DVD we demonstrate how to use it, and in DVDs to come we'll show you how to make to start off by fishing on a, like we say, a voerkol or a baiting spot in bank angling, and we'll also show you how to use it through the day to steadily create and to fasten up your results by using this. So available to all shops through Kingfisher. Order this, people will definitely ask for it. Then onto our ground bait, something that I'm really excited about, our ground bait. The orange bag, this was my idea from the beginning, and lots of similarities in this product to other feed out there. So why I say that, it's dry feed like any other dry feed out there, but it is totally different. This is a product that I'm really proud of, and it's only a miracle from above that I met the people that makes this. They've been trying to break into the fishing market for a really long time, and they were actually sent away by a couple of baiting companies, and they I don't know why it happened, but it just happened. So really a miracle. What is different about this feed? It is human grade popcorn that goes into this. Really high quality stuff. When you mix this feed, for instance, normal feeds you would take like 2 cups of feed, 1 cup of water, or 2.5 cups of feed, 1 cup of water. With this feed, it's 3.5 cups of feed and 1 cup of water. So that should already tell you that it's something totally different. Then if it's a bit on the soft side for you, still you can just add some of the dry feed on top. The harder you make this ball, the quicker they dissolve, and that nobody in the feed market can say anything like that. And it is something that I've used throughout the winter, and I fished Koster Dam, I fished Olifantsnek Dam, really cold dams in the Bosveld area. I even fished the Vaal Dam, where it's really cold in winter, where you have 5 and 6 degrees of water. I haven't had one millibomb that came out. It is really something special. It dissolves and it creates a decent spot. When you mix it, try it out. When you mix it at home, just make a hard millibomb, as hard as you can. press it together and throw it into a glass of water and just watch what happens. It's amazing. There's not a lot of stuff that goes up. There is a fair bit that goes up and that goes downstream, but most of it stays put on the bottom and it dissolves really quickly. It is something that is really nice. I believe we're going to change the feed market with it. Competition feed, just a bit more grit in the feed. The social feed, just a bit less, but an awesome product throughout. I'm going to fish both of them on the DVD. Next up, I'm going to show you how to mix this, and hopefully we don't grab a bite of this because it does smell divine. Right guys, I'm going to show you how to mix the new Signature Series feed. Like I said earlier in the DVD, it's the same as all the other feeds out there, but totally different. And that's not to confuse you. Once you mix this feed, you will realize what I say. It is something that is just different to other feeds, but it works, and no matter how hard you make the millibomb, it will dissolve. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take 3 full measures of feed and then another half cup with that. So that's basically 3.5 cups of feed. I'm going to put this away here. And now 1 full cup of water. That's all you do. Mix it through, nice and rich color, and the flavor that comes out of this is just awesome. Almost immediately you can take it and make a ball with it, and this dissolves very quickly. Awesome feed to fish with, loads of grit sized millies in there that's gonna stay behind. And once you put a ball of this in the shallows and just observe and see what happens to it, you're gonna see that this is totally different. It is something that really makes a big difference if you're a competitive angler or a social angler. One of the most important things is to throw on the same spot every time once you get the fish going, and the more feed you can leave behind and the tighter you can get that, the better your day is going to be. This feed just makes it so much easier. For the guys that struggle to throw a millibomb a long way, try this feed. It's quite heavy, but you can make a really hard ball with this and it's still going to stay behind, it's still going to dissolve. I'm quickly going to show you what to do if the feed is not hard enough for you, or if maybe it's too soft for you and you keep on throwing it off. So I mix the feed just with a normal mix like that. Now if you leave it for around about 2 to 3 minutes, it just gets better and better and better, and eventually it's going to start drying out again. But if you want to make the ball a bit harder, just grab a handful of feed, just sprinkle it on top, and just lightly, not just only the top part of it, just go through that with your fingers. Wet your hand before you make a bomb, and now make a bomb. Now you can make a really hard bomb, and believe me, even if the bomb is as hard as this, it's going to dissolve in the water in a matter of minutes. And there's no excuse for anybody to throw off any millibombs anymore. This feed is going to solve that problem, and hopefully you're going to enjoy it as much as I do, because it's just awesome to fish with it.